What is the biodynamic calendar? In this short video, we're going to decipher the element key for you. Let's talk about what it isn't. So, although I have learned valuable knowledge from permaculture, regenerative farming, master gardening, and wildcrafting, the biodynamic science of linking plant growth with the celestial sky is next level, and it blew my mind. Farming with this astronomical perspective literally changed my view on time and how I managed it. It's very different from what most people have been taught. And it's not the trending Western astrology system either. It is more similar to astronomy. Biodynamics is a present day pedagogy that taught me how to harness cosmic energy, and I can show you how to harness cosmic energy. So, what is it? It is revealing us a code that correlates the zodiac constellation that the moon is in. The first layer is what I call the element map. The biodynamic calendar considers 12 constellations that influence plant growth. We have fire, earth, air, and water. So there's 3 signs for each. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are fire signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn are earth signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are air signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are water signs. So, unlike astrology, it doesn't actually get into the specifics. We just want to know the element group when working with these 4 elements as they influence plant growth. So, here is our key. When the moon is in one of these constellations, you're just paying attention to the element. So, fire, we're working with fruit. Earth, we're working with roots. Air, we're working with flowers. And water, we're working with leaf. These elements orient your tasks on the field for optimal results. For example, on an Earth Day, you are just working on your root vegetables. You're not tending to plants that you are going to eat something other than the root. So, off the field, I find the same to be true. And we're going to look at these one by one as an element guide to cosmic integration. I will also include ether as stillness, although to be true and fair, ether is contained in all of the elements in the biodynamic calendar. So let's get more specific. Biodynamically, fire correlates with fruit and when the moon is in a fire sign. So, like I said, these fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Besides any farming of fruit trees and plants, that could be really obvious. You could have a picnic under a fruit tree or cook over a fire. You could eat a big fruit salad or make a fruit pie. Connection ideas with fire days could be to light candles. You can bring fire into your mealtime, your art sessions, or game time. And some to be list tasks would be to do the bigger tasks on fire days, like clean the garage or build a fire outside to be joyful, playful, and happy. So, biodynamically, earth correlates with the roots of a plant. This is an ideal time to tend to those root vegetables like onions, garlic, potatoes. That is the part of the plant you're eating. You could also enjoy eating root vegetables for dinner. I find cooking in general is easier to access on these root days, and I love to bake bread on earth days. So, ways you could connect beyond the kitchen is walking slowly on the earth and then being in your home that nourishes and warms your heart. To-be list tasks include buy your groceries or place food orders on Earth days, tidy your belongings, and organize your space. On a water day, this is going to correlate with the leaves of the plant. So think about plants that you want to eat their leaves, collards, basil, lettuces. If you aren't tending to these plants, you can go ahead and enjoy a leafy green salad. You can make herb bundles or harvest and dry some of your culinary herbs. Ways to connect on water days is go to a body of water if you can, take a swim, or take a long bath. How can you be more receptive and less defensive on these days? Some of your indoor tasks might include washing your laundry or mop the floors. These have water elements in them. Okay, on an air day, if you love your flower garden, then these are days you're going to want to schedule you tending to your flowers. Otherwise, you can gather flowers, fresh or dried, make these arrangements, or go to a florist if that's your thing. But you want to connect with air on these days by inviting yourself to be a student in God's classroom. The mind is active and it's ready to be trained. So, on your list, this might look like balancing your budget or handling financial tasks. Overall, air days are a good time for mental activities and time to ask for spiritual guidance. So, be wary of making decisions without clearing your mind first. So, now I'm going to talk about the ether days. It's a little bit different as I reclaim these gray days. These are inhospitable for gardening. So that means there's a cosmic force that is telling you, do not garden. I go into this way more in some of my other courses, but just very broadly, they will be gray shaded blocks in the calendar. And this is a time to not engage with garden. Instead, I cultivate peace. So, ways to connect with ether is really relax into how you feel so you can tend to your own needs. For some mamas, this means getting up for your family or getting childcare for a regular block of time so that you can be alone. On your to be list, this might look like finding time for that contemplation of solitude, reflect, journal, meditate, or it might look like having fun. Pop that in your list. Granted, these things I have shared are not always possible. However, there's some ideas and examples of how to transform your mundane to-do list to an intentional connection with divine order. Allowing the cosmos to come into your daily life is like opening a door for more spontaneity and syncopation. You are doing less and being more available to optimal flow when you listen to the biodynamic calendar. This allows you to really infuse your day, to align your life where there will be more ease and less resistance. So, for example, on a biodynamic moon water day, you can harvest the mint from your garden and make some tea and sit down by the water and connect with how you're truly feeling right now. The Be Biodynamic app elaborates on the daily practices because this pedagogy is what facilitates your healing and connection to the heavenly creator. I invite you into each element as a daily practice. You can tune into more ideas in my video called How Do You Use the Biodynamic Calendar in Real Life, where I elaborate on the spiritual practice of this. And you can check out my Be Biodynamic app, which helps you transform the mundane to the cosmically ordained, because the art of peace and intentional living is found in how you approach your daily tasks. I share these steps as an element practice, as a daily calendar. For each element, I include ways to connect with the element and the world around you, how to build cosmic connections to heal the adverse effects of stress. I give examples of how to be more in the physical plane as a being instead of a doing. And then I offer you a way to connect with the element in your spiritual practice on your altar, thus integrating the element map. There's just some ideas, but I'd love to share my longer list with you. There's a free trial for 7 days for you to check out on the Be Biodynamic app, and there's a link below. I pray this short video answered some of your questions on the biodynamic calendar, so stay tuned for more. And check out the app for celestial calendars at your fingertips. I'm Janan Derso. Peace.